Hello and welcome to Vijayan and the cricket ground for Hospital Premier League Season 13. This is the second quarter-finals between Eternals 11 versus Live Young Clinics. Live Young Clinics have won the toss and elected to bat first. Opener Suman and Ram Mohan. And Dr. Sai Teja bowling with the new ball. He starts off with a full toss. Looks like he's struggling a bit. Missed on the length on the first occasion. For the second delivery, he missed on the run-up. Just on the pads. Was there any bat involved? No bat involved. So first run on the board in terms of an extra. Ram Mohan on strike, the right-handed batter. He played 70 matches, got 1,438 runs with an average of close to 24.5. Big chase for the fielder, but it will be the first boundary. Umpire Abhishek on screen. Once again, it's a full toss on the pads and easy pickings for any batter. Well, that'll be 4. 15 for 2 in 1.3 overs. They had a big blow in the first over itself. LIVYOUNG Clinics. Hansraj bowling the second over. He's coming around the wicket. He doesn't have a fine leg in place. So there's a huge gap behind the square on the onside. It was good enough bounce. And Suman simply had to guide it. As a new batter came in. In fact, he is the opener. Still in the crease. Now Hansraj is coming over the wicket, especially after that maximum and a boundary. Well, that was pegged beautifully, and that's out of the park. He's an excellent striker of the cricket ball. Suman. There was good enough width, just cleared his front foot. In fact, he moved a little bit so that the ball is in his arc. That hits from the middle of the bat, goes straight over the baller's head for a maximum. Well, this is going to be an interesting contest between these two teams. Oh, he's again coming around the wicket. (16 of the over. After 2 overs, it's 21 for 2. Sai Teja is back to bowl his second over, and he's on hat-trick. He's got back-to-back wickets in the first over, last 2 deliveries. Here goes the hat-trick ball. Missed on the line slightly. No hat-trick in this quarter-final yet. Well, that leg stump line is working well for Sai Teja. He's got 2 wickets back to back in the first over. Well, picked it on the onside, but there's a fielder. Fielder at square leg. Had to cover a lot of ground. Well, that's up in the air. Like falls short. Tries the fielder. The slower delivery that should have been taken. (22 for 2 in 2.4 overs). Once again, a full toss on pads. Flicks it to deep backward square leg for another single. Brilliant over so far. Let's look at the replay of that catching opportunity. He played a little too early. And that was straight into the hands. That should have been taken. Another full toss and another single. Brilliant over in the power play. Just 3 runs from it. 3 overs gone, 24 for 2. Well, there was a hat-trick opportunity in this match, but there was already one hat-trick reported in this season by Mahinder Reddy of Team Stallions. During one of the league stages. There was a hat-trick in the first quarterfinals. The match between Sangareddy Star Hospitals versus Stallions. Dr. Mahinder has taken a beautiful hat-trick. Change in the bowling attack. Spin comes into play. Pawan Kalyan Sagar. Is being greeted with a boundary on the second ball, beating the fielder at deep cover point. It's the first boundary for Anil. Oh, there's a bit of turn for the bowler. Past the outside edge. Well, that one pitched way outside the leg stump. Tried to sweep, misses. Excellent comeback after that boundary by Pawan. Three dots in a row. Last ball of the over. Wow. Look at the amount of turn and bounce on that occasion. I'm sure he will continue his spell. At least one more over in this power play. Have to see whether the skipper will give the ball to him to continue after the power play. 4 overs completed. LIVYOUNG Clinics 28 for 2. Sai Teja continues his spell. Oh, that's massive! That is out of the park! Suman striking the ball beautifully. Every single time he takes the aerial route, the ball is disappearing. It's such a sweet timer of the ball. He didn't try to put too much power into it. Let's look at the replay once again. Beautiful, beautiful wristy work. That's maximum number 3 for him and LIVYOUNG Clinics. He's taking on the best bowler of the side so far. Comes down the track once again. With no contact with the bat. They will get a byes. Seven of the first 4 deliveries. There's 2 more to go. It's the only wicket taker so far. Sai Teja. He's got back-to-back wickets on the last 2 deliveries of the first over of this innings. Thick inside edge, straight to fine leg fielder. Suman will be facing the last ball of this over. What is he going to do? Will he continue to attack the bowler or will he defend? Brilliantly bowled. Almost a Yorker on the stumps line. Five overs completed. 36 for 2. LIVYOUNG Clinics after the completion of 5 overs. Pawan Kalyan continues, and there's a misfield, and that costed them 4 runs. And he'll rotate the strike after that boundary. He's been playing an anchor role at the moment. He's on 12 of 14. He's not willing to take any risks. And Suman is back on strike. Swings big, targeting the point area. Going for a quick run. This time he played it on the bounce. Another dot delivery by Pawan. Suman continues his good form. And we'll talk about Suman in a bit. Another brilliant over by Pawan Kalyan. Power play completed. Live Young Clinics 42 for 2. The current run rate of 7. They are 42 runs for the loss of 2 wickets. Suman Banik is back on strike. He's at number 4 in the highest run getters of the season. But now he moved to number 3. Big uphill, and up goes the finger. Well, he's not happy. Or rather, he could not believe what has happened. Suman. And an aggressive and an entertaining innings has come to an end. A wicket of the first delivery he bowls for Vinod. That looks straight. That looks plumb. The reason someone would be doubting this because of the height that may be going over the wickets. But the umpire says no, it wouldn't be going. It's in the line, and well, it would be hitting the top of the middle end off. Third wicket down immediately after the power play. 42 for 3. Suman gone for 24 of 17. And the new batter is Kannaya. Kannaya has got plenty of experience. Played 387 matches with a strike rate of 125 and average of 23 and a half. He has made over 6,100 runs. (6,161), highest score being 103 not out. 27 half centuries. Well, and he'll go straight down the ground, but there's not enough power in it. So he will only get a single. Kanaya taking the leg stump guard, in fact standing outside the leg stump, exposing all his stumps. They're clearly visible for the bowler. This one didn't bounce enough, as much Kanaya expected. Once again, swings and misses. Well, big appeal. The keeper celebrates. But umpire Abhishek unmoved. Not much of a support for the keeper. Seven overs gone, 44 for 3. LIVYOUNG Clinics. One bounce to long on fielder. It was a brilliant over, the previous one from Vinod Raj. Conceded only 2 runs and got a wicket. So plenty of dot balls in the last couple of overs. The bowlers are doing a fantastic job in controlling the run flow. As long as Suman was there, there were a few sixes. Anil hit a couple of boundaries as well, but his strike rate is only 77.78. Should be a wide. Current run rate is only 6.41. The brilliant bowling effort by all the bowlers. Right. It's a collective effort so far. Only Hansraj was a bit expensive. That's an excellent running between the wickets. The umpire wanted to check if there is a short run. Let's look at the replay. It was close there, but now that should be a short run. At least it touched the crease, but some part should be behind the popping crease. Has it gone? It doesn't look so. Well, there's the official confirmation. The umpire Abhishek has been doing a fantastic job right there. How good was he in observing that tiny bit of detail. Another fantastic over by Pavan. Just 5 runs of the over. LIVYOUNG Clinics lost 3 wickets for 49 runs after 8 overs. Vinod continues. Well, that was a powerful hit. Beats the fielder at long off. Much needed boundary. $50 up for LIVYOUNG Clinics in 8.1 overs. 53 for 3. Hit it very powerfully. Well, this one misfield, but well done at the end by the fielder at long on. The ball turned a bit after bouncing. It's a boundary check time by the third umpire. Brilliant work. Saves a couple of runs at least. In fact, he saved 3 runs. Takes the aerial route. There is a fielder at deep backward point. Boundary followed by 3 singles. This is looking a bit promising. For LIVYOUNG Clinics. Oh, that's beautiful. Superb timing. An excellent straight drive. In fact, he wanted to play the drive straight, but that's gone past the fielder at long off. And he got all of it this time. Goes towards deep mid-wicket. As I mentioned, this was the promising over for LIVYOUNG Clinics. 17 runs from it. 9 overs gone, 66 for 3, LIVYOUNG Clinics. They needed 1 big over to improve their run rate. It was under 6.5. Now it's gone up to 7.33. The projected score is looking at 147. Anything over 170, 175 would be a very good score on this ground. In fact, the average first inning score on Vijayananda cricket ground is 161. Well, that's up in the air. Opportunity, and that's been dropped. Well, the bowler must be furious, even if he doesn't show his expression. He feels disappointed. That was going down the leg side. Should be a wide. Rishi Chowdhury comes into bowl the 10th over. As a drop catch of the first ball. Well, full toss. That is humongous. That's disappeared in the dark sky and is out of the park. Well, that was in the slot. A maximum. Now there is a counter attack by this pair, Kannaya and Anil Kumar, Anil KR. Partnership is worth 32 from just 19 deliveries. They needed this kind of boost. They needed some boundaries and sixes, but they also needed some kind of luck. A bit of luck was already there. 2 catches were dropped already. It's a single to long off. Well, that one goes down the leg side. Get a single and looking for 2. Well, it's off the leg byes. Mohammad Zafar. Umpire reverses his decision of wide. Is there an opportunity? No. It didn't carry to long on. And hits the deck hard. Generates some extra bounce. Swings and misses. Halfway through the innings, Live Young Clinics 78 for the loss of 3 wickets, and it's time for a short drinks break. 78 for 3 after 10 overs and exchange of sides. Shiva Reddy comes into bowl. The right arm off spinner coming over the wicket. Partnership between Kanhaiya and Anil gone to 37 of 24. Kanhaiya 20 of 11 and Anil 25 of 29. And that's been picked handsomely. Is taking the charge and accelerating the scoreboard. And look at the connection. One bounce over the boundary rope towards deep square leg. Still no change in the field. Well, edged and taken. Another bowler gets a wicket in his first over. And it's an important wicket. The skipper of LIVYOUNG Clinics has been striking at 200. Has gone for 24. Vinod Raj takes a simple catch at backward point. Kanhaiya gone for 24 of 13. And his score includes a couple of boundaries and a couple of sixes that hits on the bottom edge. Third time lucky, third catch, third catching opportunity. Two were dropped earlier. (83 for 4 in 10.3 overs). And Aryan, Venkata Aryan comes in at number 6. Who's got over 2,000 runs, close to 2,100 in 56 matches. Excellent strike rate of 145 plus. Got 3 centuries in his career. He would like to continue the aggression. He wants to continue that momentum that his skipper has started. Bit of stretching for umpire Abhishek. Brilliant comeback by Shiva Reddy. After that boundary, he gets the wicket of the opposition skipper. Now he's losing the line, struggling with it a bit. That is overpitched. Single to long gone. Nine runs and a wicket of the over. (11 overs completed. It's 87 for 4. LIVYOUNG Clinics 87 for 4 wickets. Well, full toss, and he finds the man at deep mid-wicket. Skipper comes into ball and he gets a wicket of the very first ball. And what a day these bowlers are having today. It was a juicy full toss outside the off stump, but brilliantly taken by Shiva Reddy. And the settled batter, Anil, gone for 26 of 32 deliveries. And LIVYOUNG Clinics lost half their side for 87 runs in 11.1 overs. New batter is Tarun. He's off the mark straight away. Made some room for himself on this occasion. Aryan wanted to go over long off. Swings big and misses. Gets a quick single. Tarun is back on strike. Who's got over 3,700 runs in 158 matches. Got a strike rate of close to 157, so he can bat aggressively. With that single, he will keep the strike. "12 overs gone. It's 90 runs for the loss of 5 wickets. 90 for 5 in 12 overs. Flaked it on the pads. Another boundary. It was misread by the fielder. Wanted to collect after the bounce, but he did not consider that spin that the ball is carrying. It goes up very high in the air and long enough to clear the rope over deep mid-wicket. Now Tarun taking the charge in this over. Look at the speed of the bat. That is brilliant. Not quite timed, but will get a single. Played it straight over the bowler's head on this occasion. In fact, 100 up for LIVYOUNG Clinics with that maximum. 101 now. Last ball of the over. Played it in the gap. Big chase for the fielder, but the ball wins the race. A boundary of the last ball of the over. Another good over for them. 15 runs from it. Played it very late. Beautifully timed. "13 overs gone, 105 for 5. LIVYOUNG Clinics. 105 runs for the loss of 5 wickets. Skipper continues. Got a wicket and conceded 3 runs in his first over. Excellent running between the wickets. Drives it to wider long off. Once again, 2 is a call, but they won't be getting the second run. They improved the run rate to 8.13, even though they started to lose wickets in the middle overs. There was a bit of aggression shown by their skipper, and this pair, especially Tarun, is continuing that aggression. He's on 16 of just 8 deliveries, striking at 200. It's good to see they're rotating the strike pretty well. They're not only relying on the boundaries and sixes anymore. And a lot of width on offer, but brilliantly fielded. Meanwhile, this batter ran for the second run. 7 of the over already. Last ball. Very well bowled. Not giving any room on this occasion. He targeted the stumps. He gives a single of the last ball. Just 8 runs of it. LIVYOUNG Clinics 113 for 5. 113 for 5 after 14 overs. Now another new bowler is introduced. Sai Kiran into the attack. Right arm medium bowler coming over the wicket. Overall, 8 bowlers have been used. Another single. Well, that was a dot. No run was taken. Well, he goes straight downtown. Rishi fielding it long off, but he had no chance. One bounce over the rope. It was an over-pitch delivery. Another one. But a lot of width was on offer. And such a beautiful stroke this is by Tarun. He read the length early. Just look at the way how he balanced himself to play that shot. He has tons of talent. Single of the last ball, and once again he will keep the strike. He moves on to 26 of just 13 deliveries. 15 overs gone. LIVYOUNG Clinics 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 123 runs for the loss of 5 wickets. Tarun continues to maintain his strike rate at 200. It's a lower full toss outside the off stump, but he could not beat the fielder that covers in the 30-yard circle. Full toss, pulled. Catch number 3, which is dropped. Well, that was hit very powerfully. That comes from the bottom of the bat. In fact, the bat turned in his hand. Uses his feet. Beats the fielder in the 30-yard circle and beats the fielder on the boundary rope. This aggression is contagious. Tarun has been hitting boundaries and sixes. Even Venkat Aryan started it too. He wanted to continue that momentum. Takes the first run pretty quickly, but there's no second run. Well, is there no ball? He wanted to check. He's not leaving. And the umpire goes upstairs. Well, that was a flighted delivery. Where's the... Well, that's almost at the shoulder level. But is it tipping down? Need to look at the side angle. Yes, it is over the waist height. You have to wait for the third umpire's signal. Well, there's a signal by umpire Zafar. It's a no ball, which means there's a free hit. Tarun must be disappointed for missing on the opportunity of that delivery. It was a choosy full toss outside the off stump. A lot of width was on offer. Now he's facing the free hit, but brilliantly bowled by the skipper Dilip Reddy, including that no ball. He considered only 7 runs. It was a quick over 2. 16 overs gone. LIVYOUNG Clinics 130 runs for the loss of 5 wickets. Sai Kiran is back to bowl his second over. Misfield and another boundary. Usually Rishi, he fields on the boundary rope, is a pretty good fielder, but on this occasion he missed on it. Single to deep point. Well, that's in the air. Number 4 of the drop catches. And luck is on his side for Tarun. Not so easy for the fielder. Oh, brilliantly fielded by Rishi. This time he puts his body on behind the ball, slides and saves the boundary. Another misfield and another boundary. Well, things are looking positive for Live Young Clinics. They may have lost wickets early, but this partnership is making things very well going. 17 overs completed, 142 for 5. 142 for 5 in 17 overs. Rishi Chaudhary is back to bowl his second. There was a drop catch of the first ball he bowled. Then he struggled with the line a bit. Overall 10 runs conceded in his first over. But comes back strongly for the second. An overthrow. Should be 4. Goes over the infield. The fielder ran back, but he had no chance. Uses his feet again. Excellent shot, but straight to long off. In the gap, and 150 up for Live Young Clinics. Once again hits the deck harder. Brilliantly placed by Aryan. He uses the pace in bounce and simply guided between those two fielders, third man and backward point. They're adding some useful runs. The partnership has gone up to 66 runs in 41 deliveries. "12 of the over. 18 overs gone. 154 for 5. A bit of stretching for Abhishek. That one kept low. Got the line better immediately. Skipper Dilip Reddy bowling his last over of his spell. Got a wicket in his first over. Gave 18 runs with the economy of 6. There was also another drop catch in his over too. Another couple of runs easily. Misfield, and they will get 3 runs. Well, that's close. Was there an opportunity? There are no celebrations from the fielding team. Third umpire is checking. Well, the bat is grounded. The bat is still grounded when the ball hits the stumps. Well, not out, says the umpire. Has to reball it. The runs continue to flow in these last few overs for Live Young Clinics. It was a wide and a single. Excellent running between the wickets by both these batters. They've been sweating themselves out in the middle to get these runs. Brilliant running between the wickets, excellent coordination. It was hit to deep mid wicket. It was going straight to the fielder. Has he gone? The breakthrough he has been looking for. The skipper gets the wicket of the dangerous Aryan. Well, a bit of fumble by the keeper. Collects it on the second attempt and takes the bails off. But he ran down the track, so he didn't have time to go back. Tarun gone for 37 of 24 with the help of 4 boundaries and 1 maximum. 163 for 6 in 18.5 overs. Arshad comes in, who has plenty of experience. He's played 117 matches. Swings, misses, and 2 in 2 for the skipper. What an over. The moment he thinks the batting team has the upper hand, the bowler strikes back. Arshad walks in and walks out. 9 runs and 2 wickets in that over. 163 for 7 after 19 overs. New batter is Karthik, and he'll be on strike. Rishi Chaudhary bowling the last over of this innings. Karthik, pretty experienced, he can bat too. Is off the mark, and chance of a run out there, but he had no idea where the batter was. Rishi. Well, that's a no ball. And Aryan should have been on strike. That's what he would have been thinking. It's up in the air. Goes over the fielder, and that will run for boundary as well. And look at how disappointed Rishi is. Hits the deck harder. Tried to bowl a bouncer outside the off stump. He just uses the pace. He hits it into the air. Well, this time another opportunity is gone. And it should have been a run out at the non-striker's end. The throw was pretty hard. Rishi could not collect it. 2 more deliveries to go. Bowls a slower delivery. This time it's been taken. Hansraj, the fielder. Finally a wicket for Rishi. And a crisp innings by Karthik. Has gone for 7. Comes from the bottom of the bat. A well judged catch at the end. LIVYOUNG Clinics 8 down for 173. It's going to be the last ball of the innings. It's a legal delivery. Swings and misses, and they go for the run. So 1 buys of the last delivery. And at the end, it's a very good total for LIVYOUNG Clinics. With the kind of start they had, it looked like reaching 150 would have been very difficult for them. But the middle order batters have taken the responsibility, and they have put a very, very good total. The highest scorer, Venkat Aryan, 38 not out of just 26 deliveries. And Tarun, 37 of 24. Good contributions by Anil, 26. Suman and Kanhaya, 24 each. Overall 14 extras they've got. When they come to bat, they need 175 runs to win this match. We'll be back after the innings break. Welcome back to the chase of Hospital Premier League Season 13, second quarterfinals between the Eternals 11 versus Live Young Clinics. Live Young Clinics have won the toss, selected to bat first. They've put a huge total of 174 runs for the loss of 8 wickets in their first 20 overs. Eternals 11 is about to begin their chase. Here goes the first ball. Run straight away. Well, misfield. And that's an extra run. Openers Prabhu Kishore and Rishi Chowdhury. Right hand, left hand combination. Prabhu Kishore got over 1,000 runs in 63 innings. On the other end, Rishi Chowdhury has got 921 runs in 57 innings. Good strike rate of 138 plus. With the new ball, it's Kaushik Sharath. Has got 195 wickets in 179 matches. Best being 5 wickets for 5 runs. He's been pretty effective in the power play. Kaushik. Slower delivery. Gone over the bowler's head. A boundary towards a straight long gone. First boundary of the innings. Change in the field immediately. Deep square leg is pulled in and mid on. Push to the boundary line. Excellent comeback. Pull the length slightly back. Aiming the off stump. Had to defend. That's the replay of the boundary. Just one bounce over the rope. It's a huge total that Eternals 11 is chasing, and they need a strong power play. That is sensible batting. There was a fielder at long on and he sees the opportunity towards the offside. Played over the fielder at mid-off. A boundary to finish the over. First over completed, 10 without loss. Kapil sharing the new ball. Big appeal, but that's going down the leg side. Would be missing the leg stump. That's a good appeal though. Rishi Chaudhary on strike for the first time. Brilliantly bowled. Once again hitting on the pad. And he says it's off the bat. No run anyway. He wanted to sweep it. Misses 3 dots in a row. Make it 4. Brilliant start by Kapil. Pretty tight line that he's bowling. Last ball of the over. Well, he has to re-bowl it. It was a fantastic over until then. Could have been a maiden. Comes down the track. But not quite timed. Just 2 runs of the over. 2 overs completed. 12 for no loss. Kaushik continues. Now he has both the boundary riders are in front of the square. Long on and long off. But it's a different batter on strike, Rishi Chaudhary. Beautifully bowled. Another tossed up delivery. Hitting the off stump. Just a defensive push by Rishi. He gets a single. Continues to have similar field set for the left-hander as well. Kaushik. Big appeal. And given a little bit of a swing. That's what he has been trying to get. Kaushik keeping that shine on one side. And gets the first wicket of the innings. And look at that, you can see that swing from this angle. Was moving away from the batter after the bounce. Slight edge and a simple catch to the keeper. First wicket gone for 13 runs in 2.3 overs. And Prabhu Kishore gone for 10 runs of 7 deliveries. The new batter is Dilip Reddy, the skipper. He needs to play a crucial role. He's got over 1,000 runs with a strike rate of 126 plus. He got a century in his career. Dilip on strike. Well, it was in the air for a short period of time, but 2 away from the fielder. Short mid wicket. Four fielders on the onside. Square leg. A backward square leg. Mid wicket and long on. And he cleans him up. Rishi Chowdhury is gone. And Kaushik, what an over this is from him. He sends both the openers back to the dugout in his second over. And once again, that flighted delivery worked for him. A slower one. Rishi gone for 2 of 9. Well, it goes through the gate, hitting the middle end off. He continues to keep that shine. Brilliant over so far. And Sai Teja walks in at number 4. Sai Teja is off the mark too. Brilliant over. Just 3 runs and 2 wickets. 3 overs gone. Eternals 11. 15 runs for the loss of 2 wickets. Kapil continues. Both these batters are new. Now the skipper is in the middle. We have to see how responsibly the other batters will follow him and take this innings forward. Well, a bit of fumble by the fielder, and they've taken a quick single. Very well bowled. Now change in the fielding. Long off pulled in. The fielder is pushed to deep square leg. And taken! A simple written catch. A first wicket for Kapil. Eternals 11 are in a bit of trouble early in the power play. They started losing wickets. It's a catching practice for him. Sai Teja gone for 2 of 4 deliveries. Caught and bowled by Kapil. First wicket for him. And Eternals 11, 17 for 3 in 3.4 overs. New batter is Pramod. Has got over 8,100 runs in 369 matches. So plenty of experience he carries with him. And all that experience is needed in this match. Four overs completed. Eternals 11, 17 runs for the loss of 3 wickets. Kaushik continues. Now they're all pumped up. You can hear some voices from the fielding side. Initially there was a lot of silence. After they start getting the wickets, they think they can dominate and get 1 or 2 more wickets in this power play. A couple of singles to start the over. Well, chance of a run out. It looks like he collected the ball, but there was a genuine opportunity. Definitely at the non-striker's end. Let's look at the replay. And he reached the ball, but he could not keep it in his hands. He could not hold on to it. Well, there's a direct hit. Direct hits are always tricky. Was there a bit of casual running? Well, they celebrate. Once again, third umpire comes into work, and looks like the bat is in the air. There are the bails. Taking another look, this time a little slowly. He wants to make sure he gives the right decision. Well, the ball hits the stumps, the bail is up, the bat is still in the air. And there is the decision on screen. And that's been communicated to the on-field umpire as well. The wickets continue to fall for Eternals 11 in the power play. 4 down for 20. And a very short stay for Pramod. And an excellent throw. Brilliant throw by Ram Mohan. Fourth wicket down for 20 runs in 4.4 overs. New batter is Shiva, and he's off the mark with a beautiful square cut. Or rather, it's the set batter, the skipper, Dilip Reddy. Brilliant, got into the position quickly, cuts it on the back foot, and that goes for 4. That's in the air and nearly a catch, but that goes to the boundary rope like a turtle. Well, that's been given. Fielder jumps into the air, but he could not get it. A boundary to finish the over. Excellent one from Kaushik. And though it was a bit expensive, we got a wicket in that. 5 overs gone, 28 runs for the loss of 4 wickets. Well, in the previous over, I mentioned Shiva was off the mark with a boundary. At that time, he was at the non-striker's end. Now he's on striker's end, and he proves me right. He's off the mark. Cuts it towards deep backward point. Finds a gap between those two fielders. Getting some useful runs. They needed one big over, or a few big overs. Because the current run rate is just over 6, and the required is over 9.5. Eternals started their chase with a required rate of 8.75. Now that's gone up to close to 10. Poles, and that should be 4. The fielders are in the 30-yard circle on the onside. You just have to clear the rope, clear the fielders. And that's what the skipper did, Dilip. That's boundary number 3 for him. So change in the field once again, as both the boundary riders on the onside now long gone and deep mid wicket, especially after that boundary. So mid off is pulled in. So 10 runs of the over already. Last ball to go. Slaps it. Back foot punch. An aggressive start by Shiva. Well, they needed few runs in the power play, and they got in this over 14 of it. 6 overs gone, 42 for 4. Spin is introduced. A full toss on the leg stump line. And that's been punished. A boundary towards the backward square leg for Dilip. Well, mix up. A fielder could not collect it because there was uneven surface on that part of the ground. Dilip was waiting and watching while Shiva started to run. He was almost in the middle of the pitch by the time the ball reaches the fielder. If the fielder collected the ball, it could have been a run out on the previous delivery. Well, the batter was not ready. Well, some freebies, a lot of runs. They'll be happy to take them, Eternals. And 50 up. It's a wide down the leg side, and that's gone for 4. So 5 valuable runs added to the scoreboard. A gentle drive. Once again, misfield at long off. Some extra runs have been given already to Live Young by Live Young clinics. On the pads, flicks. Another misfield, but this time it's only for a single. Another big over. Seven overs completed. Eternals 11. 56 runs for the loss of 4 wickets. Anil comes into ball the 8th over. He's got 204 wickets in 293 matches. The best bowling figures, 4 wickets for 17 runs. The right arm medium bowler coming from over the wicket. Eternals 11. Made 28 runs in last 12 deliveries. And that seems to be in the right direction. Well, that was in the air and in the gap as well. Well, he's bowling the leg break. Anil. It was a good length delivery. Pulled it on the back foot by the skipper, Dilip. They're striking the ball all over the ground. He moves on to 29 from 15. Another flighted delivery, but pushed the length a bit. Another flighted delivery, lower full toss. Shiva sweeps it for a single. Brilliant piece of fielding. Saves at least a run. Once again, brilliant piece of fielding. Saved 3 runs on that occasion. Oh, that's a beautiful shot. That was in the slot outside the off stump. Such a beautiful connection of the bat. Look at that. No chance for the fielder, who's standing in front of the square. Tarun comes into ball and he's been greeted with the boundary. And Dilip playing the captain's innings. He moves on to 36 of just 19 deliveries. Well, big uphill for leg before. That was drifting down the leg side. That is well pitched in the middle stump line. It was going down. And also a slight extra bounce. But it's a line. Brilliant comeback by Tarun. And he has given width by using that pace. Batter Dilip sent it to the boundary. Now he has adjusted the line brilliantly. Pitching in off stump and the middle stump line. And there's another misfield. Well, the fielding hasn't been that great in both the innings. It's not because they're not capable enough. The conditions are not very favorable. There were several drop catches in the first innings and there are several misfields in the second. Well, it was hit hard. Back to the bowler. I believe it hit his shoes and he gets a couple of runs. Shiva. Nine overs gone. Eternals 11, 76 runs for the loss of 4 wickets. 99 more runs needed in 66 deliveries. 99 in 66 with a required rate of 9 runs an over. Anil continues. Brilliantly bowled. Similar to the first innings, the wickets fell early for the batting side. Then the middle order came into the rescue. And the similar pattern is going on in this innings as well. Once again, it's in the gap. That's gone for 4 as well. Cuts it on the back foot. Forcing the fielding team to make changes. A deep extra cover comes into the circle. And there's a fielder plays it to backward square leg. And what a shot that was! Oh, that's brilliant. One of the best shots of this match so far. Pitched outside the leg stump. That's gone all the way for 6. In fact, that's my best, my favorite so far. LIVYOUNG clinics have got the wickets early in the innings. Now Eternals 11 are fighting back very strongly. Ten overs completed. Eternals 11, 88 runs for the loss of 4 wickets. More 87 runs needed from last 60 deliveries. And it's time for the drinks break. 88 for 4 after 10 overs. Now it's change of sides. Anil bowling. Anil bowled the last over. Conceded 12 runs in it. Now it's Kanaya. He was expensive too in his first over. LIVYOUNG Clinics desperately need a wicket here. This partnership might take the game away from them. The partnership has gone up to 69 runs of 34 deliveries. 70 from 35. They have a very strong batting lineup. Eternals 11. Still to come in the batting lineup are Pawan Kalyan, Hansraj, Alam, all are destructive batters. And this pair in the middle is making things much easier for them. The required rate at one point of time, in fact early in the innings, it's gone over 10 runs. Now they brought it down to 9.16. Cuts it to third man, gets a single of the last ball, and Dilip will keep the strike. "11 overs completed, 92 for 4. More 83 runs needed from 54 deliveries. 83 in 54. After 11 overs, 92 for 4. Hari Prakash comes into bowl. He's the sixth bowler being used in this innings. And Dilip on strike. He's on 40 from 24. Well, that's a full toss. And the umpire wanted to check whether it's over the waist height.
पैर उसका बहुत फ्रंट फुट बहुत लंबा होगा ना, और इसके बाद
Well, that's been given as a legal delivery because it's dipping down. He was playing on a front foot, leaning a bit on his knees. Once again, swings and misses. Shiva is appealing whether it would be a wide or not. Well, now this could be a no ball. The keeper's gloves, did they come in front of the stumps? Yes, it has. So that's going to be a no ball, followed by a free hit. Has played it in the air towards the deep extra cover. They get a couple of runs. Very well bowled so far by Hari Prakash. No boundary yet. Both these batters are facing some difficulties in playing the spin attack. So another boundary less over. Just 6 runs from it. 12 overs gone, Eternals 11. 98 runs for the loss of 4 wickets. 77 more runs needed in 48 deliveries. Well, the breakthrough. The skipper comes in to bowl his 3rd over. And he gets the wicket of the skipper of the opposition. Well, so far everything was going well for Eternals 11 after that initial hiccup. Maybe the wrong shot selection. It was coming a lot straighter on the pads. Pitching in the leg stump line. Should have driven onto the onside to mid-on or mid-wicket. But he misses. And now he has to walk back. The skipper Dilip Reddy gone for 42 of 28. He has hit 6 boundaries. In Eternals 11, 5 down for 98 runs. Is this the moment that they have been waiting for? LIVYOUNG clinics. Will they be able to come back into the game strongly? As I mentioned, still a lot of batting power left. Another aggressive player, Pawan Kalyan, comes into the middle. Pawan Kalyan has got over 3,500 runs with a strike rate of 138.72. His career average is 25.21. He wants a change of bat, in fact. I'm not happy with it. Pawan Kalyan opens his account with a single towards deep extra cover. And 100 up for Eternals 11. 100 for 5 in 12.3 overs. 12.4. Yeah, brilliant over. A wicket and 4 runs. Unlucky 13th over for Eternals 11. They got their skipper out. Eternals 11, 102 runs for the loss of 5 wickets after 13 overs. More 73 runs needed in 42 deliveries. Well, another catch is dropped. As the skipper, he jumps into the air, got his hands to the ball. It looked like he grabbed it. But he dropped it. A flighted delivery, played it over the infield, looking for two. Looks like he has made it. The umpire wanted to see. He says the ball is not in his gloves. But now he wanted to check. Umpire Abhishek has gone upstairs. Is there a twist in the tail? Let's look at the replay. Well, the ball is still in the gloves of the keeper, and by the time it comes down, he made it. So the fielding team has taken the review. And he's checking from another angle. Well, there's a result has been given not out. That was a pretty close call and a good review taken by LIVYOUNG Clinics. Well, they've taken a review. There's a short run. Goes through deep mid-wicket. The fielder Pavan had no idea where the ball was. It was coming pretty quickly. It was a lot flatter. A boundary after 3 overs for Eternals 11. Well, that's excellent running between the wickets. Goes straight down the ground, hits it very flat and hard. The second boundary of the over. Almost like a golf shot. "12 runs of the over already. Once again, the required run rate has come down under 10. Finishes the over with a dot. 14 overs completed, 114 for 5. 114 runs for the loss of 5 wickets. 61 runs needed from 36 deliveries. 61 from 36. "116 for 5 in 14.2 overs. Kannaya bowling his last over. He has taken the wicket of the opposition skipper in his previous over, and he wished to get one more wicket. Two singles and 2 dots. Not quite timed. He could only get a single. Shiva. Another good over so far from the skipper, Kannaya. Last ball of his spell. Pavan Kalyan on strike. Well, catch it is a call. That's gone very high in the air and goes over. Long gone fielder. He gets his first maximum. "15 overs gone. The score is 1-2-3 for 5. 123 runs for the loss of 5 wickets. 52 runs needed from last 5 overs. 52 from 30 deliveries. Well, the match is pretty balanced at the moment. Both teams have made exactly the same runs, lost exactly the same number of wickets after 15 overs. LIVYOUNG were 123 for 5 after 15. And so is Eternal's 11. Ram Mohan is into the attack. Single of the first ball that comes off the pads. The right arm medium bowler, Ram Mohan. Coming over the wicket with a short run up. Well, thick inside edge. Going for the third run. And that's very good running between the wickets. They needed to grab every opportunity, every run counts. Getting boundaries against these slower bowlers is not so easy. Pulls it, finds the gap, he gets 4. There's a huge gap between long on and deep mid wicket. Now that gap is being filled with an extra fielder who's moving from third man all the way to deep mid wicket. Shiva moves into his 40s. 44 of 32. Well, hits it straight back onto the non-striker's end. Now the umpire goes upstairs. It is a tricky situation here. Time for one more review by the umpire. Third umpire has been pretty busy today. This ball pretty straight, hits it back. Well, he collected the ball with the right hand. First well, that's been tricky. We have to see what the third umpire says here. Well, after careful consideration and looking at that replay multiple times, the third umpire has not got any conclusive evidence. So the benefit of doubt has been given to the batter. If you look at it, the ball was picked. Things he has hit it with the wrist, not with the ball, the stumps, after uprooting them. Well, the game resumes. And he takes the aerial route. And that clears the rope over deep mid-wicket. Well, the batters have got enough time. Break. He comes down the track and Pawan Kalyan. Well, has it cleared? Oh, it bounced inside the boundary rope. So he gets a boundary. Another good over for them. 136 for 5 after 16. Tarun is back to ball, his second over, and more runs. 4 byes. Well, some welcome runs for Eternals 11. The keeper is still standing up onto the stumps. That's gone high. Chance, and that's been dropped too. Well, the catching hasn't been that great in this match from both sides. Well, that's onto the patch. Very well bowled. This should be taken, and it is taken. Finally, Shiva's luck has run out. and LIVYOUNG Clinics. Their wait has come to an end to get a wicket. Shiva gone for well-made 45 of 35 deliveries. He has hit 5 boundaries and 1 6. Played a crucial role in this innings. And Eternals 11 lost their 6th wicket for 144. New batter is Shiva Reddy. Well, defends the first ball. Brilliantly bowled by Tarun. "17 overs gone, 144 for 6. More 31 runs needed in the last 3 overs. 31 from 18. Ram Mohan continues his spell. Well, edge, that's gone very high in the air. The fielder never looked comfortable under the ball. I think both teams are competing with each other in terms of drop catches as well. And pulled straight to the fielder. Didn't carry. Collected on the bounce. Well flaked. Westfield. And that's gone for 4. Not the line you want to bowl. It was almost outside the leg stump line. He flicks it, beating the fielder in the 30-yard circle at square leg. "24 needed in 14. Well, 2 was the call, but there's no second run. You only get a single. Last ball of the over. Well, picks it up, but could not find the gap and finished the over with a single. Just 9 runs of the over. 18 overs completed, 153 for 6. Now 22 runs needed from 12 deliveries. Low full toss, and that's been hammered away, over, long gone. Well, runs are coming in boundaries and sixes also at the end of this innings. Nice back left by Pawan Kalyan goes over, long gone for 6. Well, this one is up in the air, but lands safely. And that's been a very good running between the wickets, especially by Shiva Reddy. He was running to the danger end. Comes down the track, and this time it's been taken safely by the skipper Kannaya. Well, the game is not over yet. There's still a twist. Another set batter, Pawan Kalyan, has gone for 41 of 22 deliveries. He has hit 3 boundaries and 2 sixes with a strike rate of 186.36. Now his innings has come to an end. Now it's up to the tailenders to take their team home. 14 needed in 9. Not a difficult equation. Still have 3 wickets in hand. New batter is Vinod Raj. Well, he played it in the gap towards deep cover. 2 is the call, and they get 2 runs comfortably. "12 needed from 8. What a turn of events in this match. Well, has been cleaned up. Tried to play an innovative shot, moved across completely. He wanted to target the deep backward square leg area where there is no fielder placed. Is it a wrong thought? Yes, he did move, but he moved way too much. Tarun turning the game here. 2 wickets in the over already. 10 runs conceded. Hansraj is a new batter, and it's his last ball of the over. Gets a single. 164 for 8 after 19. And 11 runs needed from the last over. 11 runs from 6 deliveries with 2 wickets in hand. And who's going to bowl the last over? Ram Mohan, as expected. He will be bowling the last over of the match. 10 runs to defend. If Eternals 11 make 10 runs, there will be a super over. And he starts off well. And Hansraj is asking whether it was a wide. In fact, he's standing outside the leg stump line. Didn't move his feet at all. Oh, that's brilliant. Brilliant by Ram Mohan. He saw the batter is moving too much, and he targeted his feet. Lower full toss, attempted Yorker. Driven to mid-on. Now singles and doubles do not matter. They need boundary. At least one. Big appeal for leg before. Denied by umpire Mohammad Zafar. Straight to mid-on and misfield. But they are getting only one extra run. Well, 7 runs needed from one ball. A maximum will be tie, but brilliantly bowled. And that's been kept within the boundary rope. So only 2 runs conceded. And brilliantly bowled by Ram Mohan. What a match this was. At one stage, both teams were at equal. 123 for 5 after 15, but last 5 overs turned things big. Even with the loss of 8 wickets, they managed to get only 170 runs. So Live Young Clinics won this match by 4 wickets. A couple of 340s in the batting card. And in the bowling, Tarun stands out with the 3 wickets. Kaushik 2, Kapil and Kannaya got 1 wicket each.